But what I want y'all to know is that an average Joe with the dedication to increasing your skill levels can do it in a relatively short amount of time. What's going on, guys? I think it's about time that I go ahead and make this video. I just want to kind of let y'all know what y'all are getting into and kind of give you a little backstory. I don't necessarily like giving advice or acting like an instructor. I just do things and let you figure it out. But I need to start doing better. I started this YouTube channel as somewhat of a means to wear a helmet. And it started off as Crazy Dave because I would just talk about some crazy stuff. Some things are just best left unsaid. So for those of you who tuned into this channel for the adventure part, which is now what this channel has become, I started riding dirt in 2020. Okay, I have not, in the grand scheme of things, like a lot of these dirt riders, a lot of you guys, a lot of y'all have been riding off-road more longer than I have. But my thing is I got so obsessed with the adventure bike and dirt bike world that I all but gave up hunting, fishing, competitive shooting, reloading, my archery. I mean, I gave up all of my hobbies and focused it on writing. That's just how I knew that this is what I was meant for. All these other hobbies were just something to do to keep my mind preoccupied. Whereas with this right here, I'm constantly, God dog, it's Saturday morning. All this traffic needs to stop. All these other hobbies were just a means to get me here. But actually, it was my son that got me into the dirt bikes, and it was Rocky that got me into the adventure side. And once I saw this stuff about the adventure bikes, what people were doing, I was like, man, those are some ugly bikes. So coming off of a sport bike, that's why I jumped straight into the Multistrada Enduro Pro. Because I was like, well, that thing's fast enough, I can hit the twisties and then go off-road. Well, the more I rode off-road, the more I enjoyed it, and the more I realized that Multistrada, man, I didn't even like that on gravel roads. You want to talk about top heavy? You've never ridden a Multistrada. I mean, just the V2. I can imagine what the V4 is like. Holy crap. Pick up a Multistrada that was it the 1290, 1260, something like that. This thing ain't got nothing on the Multistrada. Okay. Then whenever I saw the Africa Twin, I got the Africa Twin, and I started progressing up because by then I had dirt bikes. So I started learning more. And then I took the Africa Twin on some crazy stuff, out to Hidden Falls. And then after Hidden Falls, I took it to New Mexico twice in 1 year. And then I went back later that year and I did the whole BDR as much as I could, steering around weather and whatnot. And then I realized that the Africa Twin wasn't for me. Then I got the 1290, the 1290 Super Adventure R. That 2023, that thing, I absolutely love that KTM 1290 Super Adventure R. But the more I ride off-road, the more I know what I want versus what I need. What fits how I ride. And that 1290 just did not fit. This thing, the Tenere, it's like that. It's like that ugly girl that's pretty. You can dress her up, but she'll look in the morning, she gonna look frumpy, but that's her beauty. You know what I mean? It's like she ain't perfect. Nobody wants a perfect woman. I mean, come on. A perfect woman attracts nothing but other guys, right? Well, guess what? A perfect motorcycle does the same thing. It attracts nothing but guys. Anyways, that was That's dumb. So the 1290 is gone. If you watched my last video, which hardly anybody did, whatever. Backpacks is not a hot topic, but it kind of is, kind of isn't. Yeah, the 1290 is gone. It will be replaced. But this bike, the more I ride, the more you ride, the more you learn about yourself, what you want versus what you need. And that's where I'm at right now. And that 1290, all I really did was get out on the street, pop some wheelies. I would take it on the back roads, but I don't like riding it on gravel roads. Now, doing a BDR on it, yeah, it's fine. On the 1290, yes, I was confident. Not Tenere 700 confident. That's the thing. Whenever I hit loose sand on the 1290, I'll get through it. But whenever I hit loose sand on the Tenere, what loose sand? That's where I'm at. That's what you're watching. I don't give instructional videos because I don't think that I'm good enough. But what I'm going to start doing is giving this is what works for me videos. Because we can look at these pros, we can take notes from these pros, and although they will build your skills, a lot of this stuff is general. It's generic stuff that will gain your skills and your confidence, but you have to tailor it to where you ride and what you ride. So take classes, go to these schools, do the online stuff, and seek out other opinions. But the main thing is, what I believe is, join a group around your area and start talking and listening to those guys that do ride a lot of the stuff. You want to talk to somebody who has taken classes, because honestly, the foundation is the most important part. And that's the class that I took is the MX Factory. Now it's an app. It's it is a boring class and you do it at your own pace. But man, the fundamentals is what he teaches. That is by far what excelled me or put me in the express lane of my learning. People have asked me, well, why do you practice so much? Well, why do you ride so hard? Why is everything a race? I like to push myself. I get bored fairly easy. So you push yourself a little more, because my main goal after watching and seeing a lot of these BDR trips, they can get complicated. So I did not want to have to turn around because of my skill level. I did not want skill level to be the reason why I turn around. Simple as that. So that's why I practice so hard, so much. And it's just become my life. But what I want y'all to know is that an average Joe with the dedication to increasing your skill levels can do it in a relatively short amount of time. You get out of it what you put into it. And if you're new, then just keep plugging at it. Yeah, baby. I know that getting out on your own, you don't know where to start. You don't know about suspension. You don't know about tires. There's so much stuff that you can do. And if you have any suggestions, you have any comments, trust me, if you want to ask me a question and you think it sounds dumb, don't worry about it. If somebody acts stupid on the comments, I can delete the comments if it's very rude or stupid. Now it's going to be what I think is rude and stupid, not what you think is rude and disrespectful. Okay? I can put a stop to that with the comments. If you have any questions, just type them up. Ask a question. I'll answer it. Don't ask me about what's the best tires or what's the best oil, because it's all subjective. It really is. Oil, tires, seats, whatever. It's all subjective. It's you have to find and experiment with what you like. I've got, 7,500 miles on this bike. I've already had 4 sets of tires on here, okay? I know what I like. I've experimented to figure out with what I like, okay? That's not gonna be what you like. All right, guys, well, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.